So hello, my name is Amin Al-Kordi, and today I'm going to be going over the Washington Monument. So the Washington Monument is actually one of the most recognized pieces of architecture in the United States. It's located in Washington, D.C., of course, and is just east of the Reflection Pool and the Lincoln Memorial. So it stands at 555 feet tall and is the tallest stone structure in the world. So you're probably wondering, why 555 feet, right? So it was originally supposed to be 600 feet, but they later changed it so that the height is 10 times the width of the base, which is 55. But it was really built to commemorate George Washington, the first U.S. president, hence the name Washington. So the Washington Monument is basically a symbolic celebration to the nation that George Washington built. And it also has 50 American flags that represent the 50 states all around it. So basically, it was built for everyone to see just how important George Washington was to this country. And some people actually say that it's more famous than the White House, Lincoln Memorial, and Capitol building. It's more recognizable. So Robert Mills was the person who created the design for the Washington Monument. He was actually the first native-born American trained as an architect. So he picked the design in 1845 and construction began in 1848. And although he created the first design, it was later finished by Thomas Lincoln Casey Sr. So it was built in 1848, but it wasn't finished until 1888, which is 40 years later. And this is due to a large gap period that they didn't work on it, which was from 1854 to 1877. And because of this gap, it was because of the American Civil War, and there just wasn't enough funding to keep building it. And also because of this gap, there is a noticeable difference in the colors of the marble of the Washington Monument. So it is made up of 3 different stones. It's made up of granite, marble, and bluestone gneiss. So the bottom of the building is made up of the bluestone gneiss, and then up until 150 feet, that's when it stops, and then that's when the gap period started. And then once they started up again, it was later finished with the finished marble. And it is only 7 inches thick. So it is supported by 6 arches, and 2 of them are basically located in opposite walls of each other, and they cross through the center. And the other 4 are in the corners of the building. So you're probably wondering, is there anything inside of the Washington Monument? And the answer is yes. So there is an elevator inside for tourists to basically go up and check out the views, and there's also stairs that go around it. So how does this connect to me? Basically, I was born in Washington, D.C., and that's where I grew up for most of my life. So I was always fascinated by it, and my parents would always take me and teach me the history behind it. But most importantly, they'd always tell me the story of this is the location that they actually got engaged. So it's very important to them. And I also feel that it ties into my Egyptian culture, as the top of it is the shape of a pyramid. And my dad would always tell me that they copied the pyramid shape from us just because it shows strength and longevity, just like the Egyptian pyramids. And I was lucky enough to visit the Egyptian pyramids a couple times, so it was really cool just to compare the two. But although they are similar, the pyramid on the Washington Monument is actually made up of aluminum and has 8 windows. So there's 2 windows on each side of it. And it also has red aircraft warning lights. So that's it. Thank you very much.